plenty of noises, bangs, taps, chairs have moved, stones have been thrown, things like that.
That ball just fully moved.
The ball.
Hi Crypt Keepers, thank you so much for tuning into AmysCrypt. Behind me is Krysia Castle. This is actually a very haunted Gothic mansion. There are so many stories associated with this place. We have ghosts, it has a curse, it also was a tuberculosis hospital for quite a long time, so a lot of hauntings here, so stay tuned.
Krysia Castle, a glorious Gothic mansion resting in the countryside of Wales, holds countless secrets within her walls. Once said to have been cursed due to the misfortune, death and insanity that followed the family who originally built the home, the castle has passed through many owners during its lifetime, accumulating countless ghosts along the way.
The building was built in 1843 by Captain Rice Powell. He lived here and died here. Then it was bought in 1876 by Morgan. He lived here for 2 years until he passed. In 1878, Adelina Patti, the opera singer from Madrid, she bought it and she lived here until the day she died in 1919 on the 27th of September.
Adelina's passing would make her the most famous ghost of Krysia Castle, with many visitors claiming to sight her apparition and to hear her still singing within the theatre she had built at the castle so that she had a place to perform for her guests. However, Adelina is not the only spirit to remain within the former home. In the years following Adelina's death, the property was sold off and eventually became a tuberculosis hospital throughout the early 1900s, and this no doubt resulted in more death and eventually many more hauntings. Tonight, we will investigate a number of the most haunted places within the aging castle. We will cover the theatre where Adelina still haunts, along with its underground basement, haunted by a young girl named Elizabeth, and a silent, mysterious male shadow. We will also investigate the home's cellar, where Adelina's body was stored for 2 weeks following her death and was eventually embalmed. A space that remains haunted to this day by a man who dislikes women and 2 playful children. And finally, we will cover the former tuberculosis hospital, normally off limits within the mansion, and haunted by a variety of spirits who met their tragic ends at this incredibly striking property. What we would uncover during our night at Krysia Castle was truly incredible, and only adds to the reputation of this exceptionally haunted mansion.
Whoa. Guys, we are getting to investigate the most amazing location tonight. I am super excited for this one. This is a haunted Gothic mansion. It is wild. And the ghost stories, the legends, the history, the past of this place, it's intense. I'm gonna kick things off with a walkthrough, but I did want to start out the front of the castle. Oh, I love it, it's amazing. We are gonna go straight into the most haunted place though. Like, what do you think about this, Jared? Are you excited?
I can hear crows. They've stopped now. But we were here today and filming the front of the castle, and a whole flock of these like blackbirds flew out. Just in his face.
Yeah, fuck you, that was terrifying. Birds aside, we're going to a haunted theatre. Yes, there is a theatre inside this haunted mansion. Let's go. Oh shit. Don't tread on that.
Loose stone.
Yeah.
Noted.
Here we go, guys.
So this must be like the backstage area, right?
Yeah.
I heard that.
This moment is pretty cool. Immediately after we entered the backstage area of the theatre, we began to hear noises, which in the moment Jared and I thought were possibly footsteps, though we were unable to distinguish if they were coming from the stage area or the stairway leading to the basement. What our audio also managed to document, which we did not hear in the moment, is an EVP that sounds like a woman's voice with an accent saying, "Come here."
I heard that. sound like
footsteps?
Footsteps coming up the basement stairs, yeah.
Oh, is that where the stairs are?
Yeah, this takes you into the orchestra's pit.
Okay guys, honestly, we just walked in. This is behind the stage, so you can see the back of the curtain, and then this is just, I guess, storage for random props. Like there's a throne here.
Come on, let's go on stage. We'll go downstairs in a sec.
I guess it could have been on the stage. Paul said that you hear things on stage from back there. This is so cool. This is so cool. Look at the ceiling, Jared. Okay guys, we're already hearing noises in here. This is said to be one of the more haunted areas. This is where Adelina Patti, this was her favourite place. This was her home, and this is where she came to perform personally for, friends, close family, celebrities even. And she's said to remain here because this was her favourite place. People hear her singing, have cited her here. It's so cool.
She's been heard in the theatre. I've heard her myself singing. We've had investigations in the past which people have heard a piano playing. I've heard her, I think, twice before, which is a rarity here, but she has been heard, yes. Yeah, we were doing an investigation in the theatre, and people have seen her on stage, walking from the left to right, so people have seen her singing, and we've heard the piano as well.
Adelina, are you still here? My name's Amy, this is Jared, and thanks for letting us in your home. Can't fit, Jesus.
I said we're going on the stairs where the footsteps were.
Yeah, I agree. Is it alright if we come down? Oh, this looks spooky. Oh, they for sure do seances down here.
Oh yeah, there's like a full-on, what do you call it, table tipping table? Glass table?
I think Paul said that they do use the glass down here a lot. And he also told me that a male shadow figure has been seen sort of pacing around this area. A lot of people, a lot of guests coming here for paranormal events have seen this shadow. No one knows who it is. It's a full adult male. Well, at least that's what the dark shadow looks like. Never says anything. Never really tries to communicate. More of like a watcher. Sounds so creepy when you say that.
That is creepy.
A watcher.
I like to watch.
There's also a child down here known as Elizabeth. She was only 6 years old when she passed away of TB. She was, obviously this was a hospital back in the day. Yes,
Elizabeth. She's lovely. She was here when it was a TB hospital. She died, unfortunately, during the TB times. She was 6 years old. Again, she makes herself known by touching people, taps, bangs. She likes to sit on people's laps, but she does like to make herself known when we're down there.
Oh, this definitely looks cool, guys.
Actually, this part's my favourite. So, this is where the orchestra would perform. So, this lady was so wealthy, she could afford to build her own opera theatre with an orchestra booth even.
She was like the Lady Gaga of her day. Let's take Ghost Tube in. Oh, this is tight.
Let me sit down.
Any musicians still in here?
Can you come to the device that's here next to us? You might be able to make it make a noise. Let us know that you're here. Apparently, you can hear footsteps on the stage above when you sit down here as well, sometimes. I swear I heard footsteps on that staircase though, when we were in that back room.
I definitely heard something, like there was definite movement.
Magnetic spike?
Yeah, and I reckon this might have been where we heard the noise as well. So that's weird that we're getting...
You're not able to replicate it?
No. And this is all wood. So that's kind of curious about this staircase.
Maybe we'll have to investigate this spot a bit later.
I see you.
We heard you before.
We can hear you.
We would love to see you as well.
Paired with that noise, that's weird.
Yeah.
Can you make another noise for us? Can you come back up the stairs and follow us?
And with the magnetometer going off. Who are we talking to? My name's Amy, this is Jared.
There's lots of props in this room. Can you move one of them for us to let us know that you're here? I'm sitting in your throne. Is that all right? Am I allowed to sit here?
Elizabeth.
Oh!
That is the little girl downstairs.
Wait, downstairs in this bit or in the
Downstairs
part we
here.
haven't gone to yet?
No, downstairs right here. Elizabeth is here.
Down the stairs we just came up?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Elizabeth, I would love to see you as well. Should we go back down there?
Yeah,
Or
I think we
maybe
should.
you want to play up here? Can you make a noise for us or give us a sign? Elizabeth, can you do something for us just to show us that you want to play a game? We'd love to play with you tonight. Could be dust, but I just seen a weird orb come down on my camera right in front of me. And it's, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not dust, guys.
Yeah, it's definitely probably pretty dusty back here.
Yeah, but I just feel like the coincidence of me asking a question and then seeing something like that.
That came from on the stage behind you.
Yeah. It was almost like someone touching this canvas
Touching this canvas,
curtain. Well, there shouldn't be anyone in here. All right, Elizabeth or Adelina or anyone who might be here. My name's Amy, this is Jared, and we've come a very long way to meet you, to talk to you, to hear you. Anyone who's here, you can feel free to follow us tonight. We're here all night. We will come back, but if you want to follow us, we would love that.
Just tagging automatic sensor lights, not
Okay.
paranormal.
So we'll definitely be back to that area, but we're going back outside and around to get into the actual castle. Well, it's not really a castle, it's more of like a mansion, right? But we're going to one of the original all built areas, so like the oldest part that dates back to 1840s. Can you hear sheep?
I can. Are the sheep still screaming, Clarice?
I mean, look at this.
It's
Look
amazing.
at this.
I actually kind of like how they light it up. Oh, the clock tower lights up. Cool.
So guys, just through here is like our base camp, and we did have a weird experience in here, right?
We did.
With this chair.
Whenever we were just setting up our stuff over here, like this is our base camp, and I heard this chair's like leather sort of, you know when leather on leather, like when you get in and out of a chair, it goes, you know, like it makes this noise. Like that sort of noise. It did that. I wasn't recording. I got the camera out and then I had the camera rolling because of that, and it did it again. We're just setting up. While we're setting up, that couch made a noise as if someone was sitting down or getting up off of it. Don't think, well, I definitely didn't capture
I would
it.
say it sounded like someone sat on it.
Yeah, well, very weird, huh? Oh, this couch is weird. It just did it! It just did it!
What?
The couch just moved again. I heard it, I didn't see it, I heard it. It's like there's someone sitting on this couch.
Not only did we hear movement come from this couch multiple times, we were also told by our guide, Paul, earlier this night, that he had sighted a dark shadow figure walk past the back of this room. And additionally, as we were getting ready for our interview with Paul, I did hear and document some strange dragging noises come from within this room.
The ghost tour company, just to come up under
I've
your
said
name.
Paul Williams, Paranormal Investigator. Yeah?
That is perfect. Did anyone else hear that?
I didn't hear it.
Paranormal Investigator. Yeah?
That is perfect.
Paranormal Investigator. Yeah?
That is perfect.
At this stage in the night, we thought best to pay a visit to the underground salt cellar, a place of great interest to paranormal investigators.
The deco of this place gives me sort of like Cluedo vibes, you know what I mean? Like, just has that look to it.
You got them with the candlestick.
Oh yeah, they've even got a candlestick. I told you.
In the conservatory.
We actually are in the conservatory. Oh, me first or you?
I'll go. I don't care. Ooh. Okay, that's strange.
Magnanimity display.
Yep. That's perfect. Which way? They're all scary. We'll go this way.
It's a really tight space in here.
I've been told a specific ghost story about down here, and it involves children.
Yeah, down the salt cellar, there's a couple of children down the salt cellar, one boy, one girl. Very nice children, they're very touchy-feely. They do like to make themselves known. Also, we do have a male down there who's sort of, I wouldn't say he's dark, but I would say he does like to make himself known, especially with women. He does like to push, shove, that sort of thing. Plenty of noises, bangs, taps, chairs have moved, stones have been thrown, things like that.
The kids like to play down here, like they'll tug at your clothes and yeah, like it's a bit of a game to them.
Well, they can touch you as well. So they'll touch you, they'll sit on your lap, things like that. They can be very touchy. So if there are children down here, my name's Amy, this is Jared. We don't mind if you touch us, you can play around with us, maybe you can play with my hair. Maybe you can come to this seat next to me. If you come up towards these funny lights, maybe you can talk to us.
Can you tell us where you're from? Why you're here?
So one of the stories is that Adelina's body was kept down here for a few weeks following her death in, I think it was early 1900s, like 1918, and she was actually embalmed down here. So I haven't heard of her spirit necessarily lingering down here. This was just where her body was kept, sort of thing. But there is supposedly a chef who used to work here, who hangs down here in this very area, and I'm just gonna go and stand in the spot where a lot of women get pushed. Like, this dude's pretty nasty towards women, apparently. So apparently he, oh my god, I was gonna say he walks down the corridor that's right behind me that I have my back turned to, and I just heard a massive like tap down there. Is there a man down here? What's your problem with the ladies?
Disfigured.
Disfigured?
Are you talking about us or yourself or someone else? That's a weird word to come to.
Now I can hear something loud in here, like a generator.
I think it's a refrigerator.
Yeah, that's a cooler. So we probably won't do too much here just because of the noise contamination. What's in here?
I actually thought I heard things like, just then while you're talking, bottles rattling in here or something.
In here?
Yeah.
Dude, this is like a little maze in here. Guys, I think this next area that we're heading to is probably my favourite. I get the most vibes up here.
Funny.
Funny? Is that funny? The history here is not funny, but I know there's children up there who can be like little pranksters. I just heard a weird noise.
I heard like a, like clicking sound or something.
We're actually going up towards the hospital wings up here. And this place is largely derelict, so it's just not used really.
Steve-O's room. So most of this just used for storage now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, check this out. There's a little jail here. Sinner's Jail.
What the heck?
Oh, it looks like you can't get in there now though.
Was this supposed to be like a chapel?
Same as moving this metal stuff.
I
Did you see
heard something over there, but I didn't know if it was you moving.
Was it me on the floorboards? No, that wasn't me. Something in here moved. Yeah, this place seems a lot less kept than the other parts, huh?
So the building was abandoned for a number of years. Now it has been purchased and they've obviously put a lot of money, time, effort and care into restoring it, and it's used for functions like weddings a lot because it's so picturesque, so beautiful. But yeah, after its lifetime as a hospital and then geriatric hospital, it sat empty for a long time. So areas like this haven't been done up and are largely sort of untouched other than paranormal teams coming up here. So I think it's a very interesting dynamic to see. Yeah, like a legit sort of abandoned building, but half of it is like wedding venue material. We're coming up to the hospital. Oh, look, a little witch. Oh my God, look at this staircase.
I'm trying.
You're trying to follow me?
You trying to talk to us?
I hear running water.
Yeah, there's probably pipes and stuff in the walls.
Okay, thank you for trying. I'm trying as well, I'm trying my hardest. I'd love to talk to you, I'd love to know who you are. This print on the wall, is that like Eastern State or something? Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what that is.
Oh, look at this handprint.
Ew. That's never a good sign, is it?
Definitely feeling a little off. Now I'm up here.
This is where that man's said to haunt, right?
Well, there's two men up here. Plus, guys, this is an original hospital bed. Is there anyone still around? Anyone who worked here? Anyone who was sick here? I know there is a prevalent story of a man who used to work here in this room.
Yeah, John, he resides in one of the rooms upstairs. Apparently hung himself in one of the rooms upstairs. Basically, he was having an affair with a work colleague. Adelina Patti didn't like this, so she sent her off to London. He got depressed over time and hung himself in the room upstairs. So in that room, we've had investigations in the past, and people who felt sick have actually been sick and nearly passed out.
I just walked through cobweb. John, my name is Amy, this is Jared, and I've been told you're not always happy with people entering this space, and I've heard your story and I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what happened.
Just then while you're talking, I thought I heard like muffled voices from down there.
Something up there. I thought I just saw something move up there.
In the attic.
Yeah.
They might have bats in the roof, maybe.
I thought it was white.
White bats in the attic, maybe.
An albino bat. That's got to be rare.
Maybe it's a bird.
Don't even go there, Jared.
Ooh. Do you reckon these are original to the building? Probably not, huh?
No.
They're not.
No.
It said no.
Thank you. All right, so they're not original to the building, righto.
I've heard there's a man called Stan in here. Again, my name's Amy, this is Jared. If you can give us a sign that you're here right now, I'll bring you some cigarettes. I've heard that you like that.
There's a man upstairs called Stan. He likes to make himself known during the investigations. One night on an investigation, we were doing a table tipping session, and someone in the room had cigarettes fall out of their pocket. People can pick up on Stan with the tobacco smell, so we know when he's present, when we can smell that. The person's cigarettes fell out of his pocket and landed perfectly on the floor upright.
This looks so scary, this hallway. So through here is the children's ward, and yeah, this is where he told us the story about the door.
Yeah, in the children's ward, plenty of children in there. Again, touchy-feely. They do like make themselves known. I've myself seen one of the former nurses there, Dr. Hubbard. I've seen her there before. We recently had an investigation upstairs in what's known as the children's ward. Basically, we were doing a Ouija board, and from the corridor, there's 3 or 4 doors in the corridor. And as we were doing the Ouija board, one of the doors opened by themselves very, very quickly. 2 or 3 people saw this happen, and as we all turned around, it slammed. There was 4 or 5 of us, and we heard some children laughing. And all of a sudden, we heard like a knock on a door. Tried to open the door, we couldn't open the door. So we had this person on the tour. He must have been 6'3", 6'4". He tried to open the door, could not open the door. We heard more laughing. We turned around, and all of a sudden, I tried the door and the door opened. It's as if the children were playing.
My name is Amy, and this here with me is Jared, and I've heard that there's children in here. If there is and you want to play, we would love that. We've come a long, long way to play with someone.
Just heard voices down that hall.
I heard something.
Can you come out and play? What did it say? How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Thank you for asking. How are you?
You coming here to play with us?
I'm very excited to be here tonight. I've always wanted to visit this place and meet the people that are here.
Are you still here with us? Do you want us to sit with you at the table?
Can you come up and play with Jared? You just need to sit at the table and go towards that funny looking light on that I've put there next to the letter Q.
Having now walked through the entire castle, we decided to return to the theatre to reach out, which is said to be one of the most haunted areas of the building, and a place where we had earlier picked up on strange noises, an EVP of a woman's voice, and some intelligent communication through GhostTube. We began in the theatre and set up a GhostTube SLS camera to monitor the space, while we played in an original recording of Adelina Patti's song, Home Sweet Home, that was actually recorded at her then home, Kragenos Castle, back in 1906. We did this to test a legend that states that playing or singing this song can conjure her spirit.
I just heard SLS beep just as you started mocking. Woo!
Isn't that what they do? Oh no, they hold hands and they go.
If you actually performed anything, sure.
I was miming. Sorry, Adeline, I wasn't poking fun. I was just appreciating the music. So we had this went off during that session, didn't it?
I heard it. I don't know if it would have registered a figure though.
I wasn't watching it.
Because we had earlier felt like the spirit of a young girl named Elizabeth had connected with us, we now descended into the basement to greet her, as this is where she is most commonly sighted. During this time, we left the GhostTube SLS camera rolling in the theatre in the hopes of capturing a glimpse of Adelina's spirit, especially since we had just played her song, Home Sweet Home. But from the moment we entered the basement, we noticed that the atmosphere there had changed, in particular, the way it smelt.
Okay. It's a bit smelly down here.
It smells different.
Yeah.
It didn't smell like this earlier.
Oh, I don't actually recall there being a smell down here before, but I smell it now.
Crypt Keepers, we're in the basement area of the theatre now. We do have GhostTube SLS monitoring the theatre, so I'm hoping we get some vocalizations, movement, a figure, full apparition. I can only hope. But we feel as though we should come down to where Elizabeth haunts because she seemed to be the one that sort of connected with us the most. So we're in the basement. She was 6 years old, died here of TB because this place was a tuberculosis hospital in its time. Figured because we're playing with a child, we put a lot of cat balls out. So if someone can hear my voice, don't be shy to come up and play with these balls. You can come and sit with me. If you do and you can touch any of these balls, they'll light up these colours. Even come up to the table. There's a red light on the table. If you do that, we'll have a real party. Maybe you can talk to us. About to roll a GhostTube Vox and we'll see what comes through.
Cat ball gone off down here.
Thank you so much. You've come to sit with us, maybe.
We need
You?
doctors in.
I heard I will. That camera just cracked.
It did. I also heard, I thought doctors came through, which is relevant if, you're here because you're sick. Thank you if you can come and play with us. Can you say your name through this? Okay, a few things. I had song, relevant to the theatre. I heard a cough, relevant to tuberculosis. And then I also feel like I heard red. We have a red light on the table with us. All of those maybe could be coincidental. Elizabeth, are you the only one down here or is there someone else?
Elizabeth, can you tell us what happened to you? Can you tell us your age?
Medals.
Oh.
This moment is pretty cool as it sounds as though a child's voice comes through GhostTube Vox saying ball. Then shortly after this, the ball beside Jared begins to flash, indicating that it had been moved.
Can you tell us your age?
Medals.
Oh.
Elizabeth, how old are you? I have heard there's a man who likes to hang out in this basement area as well, and you've never spoken to anyone. Why is that? Elizabeth, do you have a favourite game that you would like to play?
Emer.
Do you like having us down here? What do you think of having visitors? Why are you down here, Elizabeth, and not upstairs in the children's ward?
Can you tell us how many people are with us at the table?
Idle. Or written in the camp.
I had 4.
You had 4?
I think so.
There's actually 4 seats. One there, there. Can you tell us any of their names? That sounded like a young child.
It did. You heard me.
Is that you, Elizabeth?
Yes! Earth open.
We can hear you.
Do you want to be a singer, Elizabeth? Gonna be a movie star? Did I hear that child's voice come through again then?
Same.
Really quick. Do you want us to play a game with you, Elizabeth?
She knows.
She knows.
She knows. This is so weird. What does she know?
Piano music. That's been heard here.
Will said people hear piano music down here, right?
Yeah. Can you come up and move the glass? How long have you been down here? Didn't say help me, did it?
I was just thinking that. It sounded like help me. And it was a male voice. How can we help you? Are you sick? What's wrong with you?
It sounds like there's a lot of voices coming through. How many people are trying to talk with us right now? They're like sitting next to you, Jared.
Do you want to talk again?
Did that ball just fully moved?
The ball?
The one on the end of the table. Do you think it was you putting this down? Can I just do that again?
Yeah, go on. It's making the REM pod go off, but not making the ball move.
Admittedly, the ball moving here creeped me out when I could barely see in the dark. Though, after rewatching the footage, I cannot tell you that the ball's movement was paranormal. However, it was strange how much the ball initially rolled compared to me purposefully hitting the table to replicate the movement. And we did receive some pretty amazing responses across different devices following this moment. So please share your thoughts in the comments with us.
I can't really replicate the ball rocking and moving as it did, but the fact that it happened just after you put the phone down makes me like, it must have been you, right? It's weird. If there is someone here and you really want to play.
Oh, do you want to play?
Thank you.
Oh, it's all going off.
Oh, I love this. Thank you for playing with us. Can you push that ball on the end of the table? If you can make it move, can you just push it off the table?
You mean that one there on the very edge?
On the corner. It's funny, that didn't light up though, did it?
No, it didn't.
It was like fully rocking, but it didn't light up. Thank you.
I feel like they're trying.
Are you going towards the red light? When you go towards the red light, can you tell me the colour you see?
First place. Missions on your
Can you tell me the colour? Thank you.
Right.
All right. So if you are touching that, thank you so much. That's really cool. If you go right up to it and you just grab onto that antenna really hard, you can make more noise. Grab it. Cable.
I just heard SLS go off upstairs.
Same. That's the only time I've heard it go off up there as well.
That's above us.
Is someone going to give us a singing performance? Do you think I'm cut out to be an opera singer? Oh. What do you think of my vocals?
Well, this one likes it.
Hey, thank you.
That'll go straight to her head, that will.
And we are back down in the creepy ass cellar. Yes. All right, Jared, what are you up to?
I am just setting up SLS to monitor the area where that figure's seen. Makeshift tripod. We do things professionally here on AmysCrypt. I'm just making sure there's no false positives before we start. There is one sitting on the shelf up there, so I'll just adjust the camera until there's no false positive.
And if there is a man down here and you can hear my voice, can you walk towards us? We would love to see you, even though you don't like women.
So guys, SLS is looking for people and people-shaped objects, and it does this really well. But just like a standalone SLS camera, it can detect false positives. So as an investigator, you need to rule that out. So me and Amy always recommend using a little bit of light, setting up, making sure you can't replicate any figures that you detect. We also like to stabilize it, because if you do get a figure, it's much more compelling.
Now that we had set up a GhostTube SLS camera to monitor the space where many people have sighted the spirit of a man, we moved over to conduct an EVP session in another area of the cellar, where two friendly ghostly children often play with guests. Here, we would conduct an EVP session, and right from the get-go, we received cat ball activity with multiple balls lighting up.
Ooh, the spirits are ready.
Thank you for joining us.
The spirits are ready.
There's 4 balls down here. You've lit up 2. Are you able to find the other 2? Oh, thank you.
Did it light up another one?
Well, it's the same ball.
Is that the setting?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you push them across the floor for us? My name is Amy and this is Jared here, and we'd love to know who we're talking to. Can you come up close to me and tell me your name?
Can you tell me how many children or how many people are hanging around down here?
What colours can you see?
What was that?
I heard a tap that was sort of down the hallway. GhostTube SLS is monitoring that space, so that's good.
Can you tell us what made that noise?
Is that your fault?
That was, yeah. Can you tell us what made that noise?
How many children are down here?
Why do you like to touch people?
My name is Amy and this is Jared here, and we'd love to know who we're talking to. Can you come up close to me and tell me your name? What colours can you see? Okay. Can you hear 2 knocks at the end there? Okay.
Yeah, like...
Yeah. It sounds like a knock or a footstep. Play it again. Okay. Like right before I say okay.
It's like doom, doom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon there's 3, like little ones, like maybe it's a child footstep, I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like this. That's really weird.
3. Can you make a loud tap noise for us right now?
I didn't hear anything in the moment either.
Yeah.
Because we would have reacted or said, what was that? Or, you know. Can you move one of the chairs for us?
Thank you.
Other than these strange tapping noises on the EVP playback and cat balls going off, we did not pick up anything further in the time we spent in the cellar, nor did GhostTube SLS register anything of interest. So we moved our investigation upstairs to the former tuberculosis hospital. Here we decided to perform an SD session in the children's ward, with Jared wearing noise-cancelling headphones and a blindfold, while listening to a spirit box and relaying anything he heard come through, while I asked questions to which Jared could not hear.
We're going to reach out. If there is somebody around and you do want to play games with us, we would love that. If you can go and sit near Jared, right next to him, there's a red light next to him. Go right up to that. We'll know that you're here. Jared's also going to put some funny things on his ears and his eyes. And maybe you can go and talk to him through the box. I just heard a tap behind me. And maybe you can go and talk. Making noises is great. Thank you so much.
You ready?
Did you hear the tap?
I didn't. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. And he is under. Jared, you stink. Yeah, you can't hear me.
Not talking.
Aw, why not? You don't have to talk to us at all, but if you want to, my name is Amy, and the guy with the things on his ears, that's Jared. If you can talk to us, we would appreciate it. I did hear a tap back here on one of these chairs before.
Say it.
Oh, I just heard another tap.
Say it. Say it.
Okay, so someone's not talking and someone else wants them to say it. Do you have a message? Is it correct children were kept up here?
I'm feeling the floor vibrating over here.
Okay, that's weird because I am not moving.
Most likely. Go with him.
With who? And where? I'll go. Was someone walking around by Jared? I've heard the children can move doors.
Let me know.
Let you know? Let you know what?
You're off. There you are.
Who's off? Who's talking? Can you move a door? I'm literally seeing this thing move. Is this dingle dangle thing here?
I haven't.
Okay, so you haven't moved it. Is that just a draft? Can you lift that up? That piece of string there? I literally don't feel a draft, but I mean, there could be one up here. There's holes in the roof and stuff.
It's down there.
Oh. What am I looking for?
Coming up.
Coming up. Like maybe you're coming up the stairs?
Today.
Today, okay. Now, this is the room that I'm in. I feel like I could go down here then, because it said down there. You can keep talking to me. I might not hear you very well out here, but who's down here? Oh, this is the patient.
Here. Kid's voice.
Oh my God, just as I look into the patient's toilet, it says here. Where? You're in the toilet?
Just you.
Where should I go?
Fever.
Are you a bit sick?
I'm walking around.
I'm walking around, yeah. Can I do something for you if you're a bit sick? Can I get something for you? Okay guys, I don't know. Oh, I feel like I just heard something.
The footsteps.
I literally just heard something around me, yeah. I'm gonna assume fever could be a symptom of tuberculosis. I don't 100% know at this moment, I can look it up. So it could be very relevant.
Mortal soul.
Are you stuck here? Your soul? Also, it's very curious that when I go down the hallway and I look in that room, it says here. Felt like someone led me down there and it was like they were hiding in there.
We can't, or we can.
You can lead me somewhere and hide? Is this a game? If this is a game, can you make a loud noise somewhere in the room and I'll go towards it?
Who said this? It's passionate.
Oh, I like to be passionate. Can you tell me what's on the wall above Jared? Do you know what that is?
Here, kid's voice again.
I just heard a tap over there right after it said here. Or you said here.
Answer. I keep hearing answer a few times.
Okay, my name is Amy. And thank you so much. I'm not going anywhere. Thank you so much for playing with me and talking to me tonight. I've come a very long way to meet you. I feel like I saw a light down the tunnel here.
I'm over here.
Down the end of the tunnel. I don't know if it's just my eyes playing tricks, but you can see my light reflecting on this window just here. But I saw it on the other side of that. I don't know if it'll be on the camera. I'll have to review it.
Listen,
Okay, I'm listening.
it was a punishment.
Well, that's not very nice, is it? I'm still listening.
Coming in loud. Child's voice.
You can come in. Come have a seat.
Here.
Here.
Again in child's voice.
I feel like I'm supposed to find them. I don't know. Okay, so are you hiding? Are you hiding over here? In here? In this corner?
We were sick.
I'm so sorry that you were sick. I wish that I could do something to help you. Is there something you would like?
18.
Is that how many of you are here, or?
We can stand.
You're allowed to stand if you like. You hiding down here? Am I warmer or colder? Can you knock on the door? Oh, there's a staircase up here. Where does that lead? Holy crap, there is. There's stairs going up.
A 100 years.
Is that how long you've been here? That's a very long time. So this was a TB hospital.
Lower. My feet.
His feet? I was just about to say this was a TB hospital from the 1920s to the 1950s. What about his feet? Can you touch them? Can you step on his toes?
For that saying, just touch my hand.
So you're near his hands, not his feet. Can you pull on that white cord of his jacket? Pull on his clothing.
1.
Right?
Yeah, it's bright.
So I found a secret passageway.
What? Where? Let me see.
You want to explore?
Yeah, let me have a look.
Yeah, come check this out.
Oh.
Are we allowed in here? Oh, there's a door up here. I don't know if we can get.
It's weird. I thought this was like a cupboard.
Oh, I just thought something touched me on the back.
I was filming all of it.
Just here.
Wasn't me.
Okay. Somehow I ended up on the frickin' roof. There's a clock tower. This is quite the place. I really feel like some of the activity we've had tonight has just led us around the house, which is amazing because I love it here. It's just a true haunted mansion, this huge Gothic mansion in the middle of a rural part of Wales. It's just, honestly, it's so incredible. I've loved the theatre, I love the cellar, even though I don't feel as though we got as much down there. But up here in the hospital is like genuinely feels like there's little kids getting about, which is in a way creepy, but I don't feel that creeped out up here. Like it still feels sort of warm and like there's nothing like malicious or bad or anything like that up here. That's the vibe that I get. So I kind of feel like I was just playing hide and go seek with the kid. I love it here, it's so cool. Plus it looks amazing. Like, how can you not love it? So I do hope that you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe because that really, really helps me out. If you want to do any more reading on Krysia, I think that's how you say it, please head to my website, AmysCrypt.com. I also post bonus content on my Patreon and my YouTube members. They're linked below. You can follow me on social media at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.